Karibuni Mr. Baloyi. I'm stressing. I'm stressing, Chana. Trying to get you live and fantastic. Can you see and hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Well, I can see you, but partly blur.
I'm blurry because unfortunately Instagram has stopped. Okay.
I don't know what's happening. Unfortunately, it's the battle that we always fight, and we'll definitely win this battle. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Baloyi, are you still there? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, shit. Is it better now?
Now I can see you, but there's a delay. I can see you, but there's a delay. I can see your face.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's very cold. It's very cold.
You must wear a gray mental liberation mungats when it's cold, and not wear that of the colonizer. It's a friendly advice, my friend. I'm your brother. I'm advising you. No, you know what we can do, leadership.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Hearing you can.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't see you. But I can hear you till.
Nah, it's perfect, man. Can you see yourself on your screen?
Yes, obvious.
That's very good. If you can do that and you can hear my voice, then the universe has allowed for us to have the conversation. Let's have it. I think they will come back to their senses as we're busy having the conversation.
This show, so I think
okay, it's not a problem, my friend. But yeah, as long as I'm not breaking, in terms of what's this? As long as I'm not breaking in terms of voice, that's the most important thing.
Yeah. All right. As discussed previously, or today we'll be talking about against all odds. And you know, Baloyi, I feel sharp if I'm about to go live with you, but you don't give me that home introduction, you know, because I trust and believe in you in terms of introduction. So I'll give you this platform for you to introduce yourself.
Yeah. So you can't see me, right?
Yeah, but I can hear you.
Fantastic stuff. I think just before we got disturbed, I was saying to them that you're one of the most finest motivational speakers I've ever came across, master of ceremony, as well as a TUT student. Not only that, you're one of the finest contributors of content in South Africa and across the continent, right? And it's a fantastic thing to be talking to you. Gigantic Jug, greatness, triangular tri, exuberance, treasure power of excellency, sena tlatamaga, matululu go sheng pushao. Ke nna re ya kwana jwa.
Hello wa kwala jalo. Eno le gore merira ka ke mathata se ke tla go sobolela kwa.
It's right.
Fantastic. So
yeah. Ke re ile tla ofising ya one. Ba re ke la ho yela ba re ba flop. Mochino o khata tlo ile ya ho ye. Ba ke tsoga le Friday, ne. I know. Sharp. Yes, Mike, you were saying?
Yeah, so today I wanted to share a bit about how both of us, Pep, overcame the odds of judgment, overcame the odds of societal life, overcame all the odds to even become more lingo on right now, because I believe there are certain stages in life, certain challenges, certain stones that you would have through show, you understand? And
sure, King.
Because this thing is very close to my heart.
Yes, yes, fine. Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
yes, sir.
Before I go, I want to give you this platform.
Yes, sir.
Ne?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you are in 5 minutes, give us what led to William being the speaker and what kind of challenges and how did you go against all odds to be the speaker and the radio presenter that you are today?
I had a message, my friend. It's a very simple thing. I had a message. There was a message that was embedded in me. There was a message that was hidden in me. There was a message that was sent through me. Remember, my name is Mukhumuti, which means comforter. For the rest of my time here on earth, I shall go around the world trying to comfort people. Whether it takes longer.
Baloyi akusautwa. Baloyi? Gary, can you confirm with me if you are able to hear Mr. Baloyi? Anyone please confirm? Gary, can you hear? Okay. Baloyi left. Ke tlo zama go mo invite Whisper Baloyi. Okay, yeah, give me invite hape. Hopefully he'll be able to join me now. Yeah, now I can see you.
You can see me?
Yeah, Ugo Tropong.
I'm in town.
Yeah, but they were not hearing you. I think right now they can because I can hear you too.
Fantastic. So I was saying to you, my brother, can you hear me now? Am I not breaking?
No, I'll break.
Yeah. Sorry, I knocked off a bit earlier than usual. So, yeah. Let's do this quickly. Hold on for me. So I do something. How's it, Mikey? What time do you close?
Okay.
8 p.m. Good. What can I have in the meantime? How much is your coffee?
Hello, Zizi. Hello, Nshamulo. And hello, Kazito. How are you guys? In the meantime, we want to start in more time. Quickly remember to buy whatever that is buying, that we can go on with the show. Yo, Baloyi, take. Okay, seems like I lost him there. Again on hold. Guys, it's hectic. But remember, there are certain wars that we fight that we cannot see in our own naked. Baloyi?
Bring me back, my friend. I can see your movements. I can see them. Can you see me?
No, I can't see you. Or dark, but I can hear you.
That's very good, my friend. I don't know what's going on. The universe is conspiring against us, but it's fine.
Yeah. You were still explaining your name?
My name is Mukhumuti, which means comforter. And before I get to the result of why we're having the conversation against all odds, remember the name of the show today is called Against All Odds. So part of the reason why we're going to have the interview against all odds is because the topic is against all odds. A leader does not make excuses. They compromise, right? When I was in theater, there's something called, I forgot it, man. You use what you have to get to the next level. I'll tell you the way as the show goes on, but you use what you have to get to where you are going. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot it in particular, my friend, what it is called. But we're gonna have the interview against all odds. The message is what is important. My name is Mukhumuti, which means comforter. I'm trusted with the message. If you remember very well, when Tupac was getting famous, and the mother says to Tupac, do you remember what is it that we were fighting for? And then Tupac says, we're fighting for black people. We're fighting for black people. The mother says, no, man, we're fighting for the message. We needed black people to get the message of the fact that they matter, that they were born for something, that they are conquerors and victors of their own time and age. Black people need to know that their lives matter. And this was even before the hashtag. This was before the hashtag. Tupac's mother, Black Panther, saying, look, Black Lives Matter. But nobody has ever celebrated that. My name is Mukhumuti, which means comforter. I'm here for a message, my friend. I did not choose radio. Radio chose me. I did not choose speaking. Speaking chose me. In 2002, I was hit. I was hit with a stone on my head. And you know why they hit me with a stone? Because I was trying to fight for the rights of young black female classmates in 2002 when I was in grade 2. Do your calculations, you'll realize how old I am. Yeah. So for as long as I've been here, my friend, I've been trying to convey a message. Right now, I run an organization called Mental Liberation. I'm doing the same thing. I'm conveying a message. When I'm on radio, I'm conveying a message. When I met Mogale Molala 2 years ago in TUT, when I was working at 20 FM, and they were trying to say to you, no, Mogale, you don't have an appointment, wara, 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 wara. And I said to you, my friend, this is the beginning of the never ending. That was the message that God had for you through me that day. I'm not a speaker, my friend. I'm a message deliverer. I'm a storyteller. Radio happens to be a platform that allows me to tell my stories. Going to schools is a platform that allows me to share my story. I'm a storyteller, my friend. How you doing?
No, I'm fantastic. I'm fantastic. And, you know, there are certain people when they speak, you know, unfortunately, you don't want them more buffet, you know, because of...
Yeah.
Because they leave you hanging and they leave you with that zeal to hear more, to learn more.
Yeah.
So, but quickly, I just want to share something today about how I started this journey. You remember, I came asking for an interview for 20 FM, the first time.
At 20 FM. I'm having goosebumps, by the way, like I'm having goosebumps. This interview is God-given. Thank you, my brother.
Yes. So what happened was that I was turned down by one of the family relatives. Ne?
Yeah.
Who is the principal? Because I wanted to start small. Say, okay, allow me to share this content. I was never given that opportunity. But then in that moment in time, I realized that I'm actually in the right track because things aren't easy for me. But things don't go well. I want to do this. I want to liberate people, especially from my community, because I understand what liberation means and what liberation can do.
Sure, my friend. Sure, my friend.
Where I come from, that was before I relocated to Lobako.
Sure, man.
The only careers or the only professions to the Bonang is the teacher, the principal, and the police and the nurse. So
thank you, sir.
That on itself does not allow you to go beyond the horizons to see a future beyond that. So what the youth is doing, for each and every person, a grade 10, whatever makes it take. They don't even get to grade 12. So those who get to grade 12, at least they can have metric, but because they never believed and thought they will pass. After metric by a higher gap year, some of them even go comments and stuff like that because they were never prepared. They never thought to pass. So they didn't even bother to apply online or to apply on time. Ne?
Sure, my brother.
So I wanted to liberate that and to bring the message that you said to the people. But I was never given that opportunity. So I decided, okay, there's a problem that exists, but in order for me to excel in this particular regard, I must see this problem as an opportunity. Hence, from there, I started to go knock at the door to say, hey guys, this is what I do. Can you please give me an opportunity? Rather than waiting for the opportunity to come to me, I was chasing the opportunity. And I can tell you right now, I am happy when opportunities are chasing after me, not the other way around. Because it was more of you are perceived to be a beggar. You are perceived or out of the chance. So right now, where I am right now, I am proud because dwell to the intimate lies that existed. And when I mean intimate lie, I mean a lie that was being told by somebody who's very close to you.
Yeah.
For example, right now that we are close, when you say, Magale, you cannot be a motivational speaker. Definitely, there's a high chance that I will trust you and leave whatever that I'm doing because I was told by William Baloyi. So after all these sessions, after all these intimate lies that I went through and overcame, I wanted to go and tell people, most especially my own brothers and sisters, that regardless of what people are saying, regardless of the opportunities, regardless of everything that's happening, you can still make it. And regardless of the environment that you are within, because I understand, I got the privilege of go boarding school. That's why I got the inspiration to be ambitious, to think outside of the box. But when I was still there in the community, nothing was happening. Hence, they say you are the product of your own environment. And in order for you to change that, you need to relocate. Be in a certain position where people don't think small, but they think big. So after relocating to go boarding school, that's why I got inspiration to realize, but there's actually more to life because I understand. Something about what I said, I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher because
your mother is a deputy principal, so you wanted to be a teacher, of course.
Yes, I wanted to be a teacher because I grew up in an environment where that's the only profession that can bring sustainability. At least I can able to afford a car. I can afford a polony, at least not bacon. I can afford this and that. So, but unfortunately, because I relocated to a boarding school and to an environment that led me to think big, to act big, to be ambitious. That's part of that. And one of the things, again, before I give you the platform, is that when I was in high school, but let me first from Egeligo Primary, whenever but on regular hemp Christmas, Christmas during that time, we were regular about kind of formal wear. But regular skip, hemp, rojo, little formal,
Yes, my brother.
And stuff like that.
On
so
Sundays,
whenever I was wearing like that, I used to tell my parents that, you know what, one day I'll be wearing like this. Meeting you. One day I'll be wearing like this, standing in front of people.
And can I disturb you?
During that time, I was very young. They never thought or even saw where is this going. So fast-forwarding things, going to high school, I've learned that there are a lot of neglected individuals, most in particular the youth. So I remember one case where a girl was accused or a sex tip link. So the entire school turned around. Nobody wanted to associate themselves with Liena. Omolomunga was starting to throw, even in the Bible when they were throwing stones to the prostitutes. Jesus came and said, that was the opportunity that I saw. I wanted to hear the side of a story.
Sure, my brother.
Is it true what people are saying? And she said to me, Magal, you know what? I don't know what I've done, Molfasing. I don't know what they're talking about. And my life right now is a joke to the entire school. Even teachers are aware, apparently, that I have a sex tape, which does not exist. So, my job during that time, I was counseling people because in high school, I wanted to be a pastor because I'm very weird reason.
Sure.
I even remember I was preaching go assembly and stuff like that. But fast-forwarding things, that's when Nalona we met and established this relationship. So the reason why I'm sharing this storyline is because I want to highlight how the old self contributed to the me self right now.
Sure, my
that
brother.
People must go back to revisit that child who was ambitious, to revisit that child who aimed for nothing lower than what he deserved, to go back to that child who always appear like there are no problems on earth, appear without considering so-called reality.
Sure, my brother. Can I have more sugar?
Kim Toilong, I've grown up to be. I never.
Sure, my brother.
when I look back, I understand why the old self, or how the old self contributed to the person I am today. With that being said, do you have anything from my side that perhaps you wanted to share with us with regards to the topic today, against all odds?
The topic says against all odds, right?
Yes.
And if there's one thing I love about you, Mukhali, is that when you came to 20 FM, when I was still working at 20 FM, when you came there, you were wearing you were wearing a blue jacket of a suit. Actually, you were wearing a suit. You were wearing a blue jacket. You were wearing a white shirt. I remember very vividly. Then you came to 20 FM very early in the morning. And at the time, I think you were going to school in Garankuwa.
Yes.
You were going to school in Garankuwa. Woke up very early because my show was between 6 and 9. So you came there between 6 and 9. There's a guy called Black Zar. If you look there, he's one of the people that has been commenting. He owns a brand camaru Black. The brand is doing very well. It's powerful. He used to come to 20 FM and just hang out with me when I was doing the show with Lerato and Amaru. Just to hang out, But he was hungry. At the time, he was owning a water brand, man. He had black still water at the time. And when he told me, he said, against all odds, my brother, is the name of the topic. When he told me, he says to me, William, I'm about to shake the world. I'm about to become the biggest motivational speaker. I'm about to come up with my own water bottle. I'm thinking, this guy is crazy. How do you come up with your own water bottle? Because Valpre is the one that owns water bottles. Bonaco is the one that has water bottles. At the time, my mind is, I'm thinking like a village boy against all odds, right? I'm thinking like a village boy, but the boy, I think he started kicking doors for a lot of us, you know? He started kicking doors for a lot of us. He came with that black brand still water. It was fantastic. Hence why some of us today have got like mental liberation still water. Because he said to us, guys, it's possible. If you can see it, you can achieve it. If you can imagine it, then it means it was planted inside of you. Then God is saying something already. If you believe in ancestors already, they're saying something. You understand? I look at what you said from wearing formal on a Sunday, going to church, to you coming to 20 FM, the way you looked, to going to Cape Town and flying around the country, to going to Bloemfontein and doing the things that you've done, to achieving everything that you've achieved, to writing your own book. If you were to tell any child, that you are about to write a book, what are you talking about? That is not even possible. All that nonsense. But against all odds. He even said it himself. Jesus Christ was not celebrated where he was born. That's why when his family members came to where he was and they said, your family is outside, and he said, my family is the one that is with me here. Right? Purpose. Right? Against all odds, you will be pushed to your purpose. I used to tell people this. I passed when I stayed in Capital Park and my passion was in theater and radio. I stayed in Capital Park and I passed through a very dangerous mountain next to Langenhoven. People who pass Langenhoven will tell you, we've seen dead bodies there. But against all odds, I used to pass that place around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. I never gave up. I had a dream. There was something inside of me. Against all odds, I would pass there. And every morning I would hear that 3 people died there last night. 1 person died there last night. And that's the very same spot where I passed at. My very first show at 20 FM, around 5 a.m. in the morning, I'm about to go into studio. Just by the bridge there, how you go 20 FM, main campus, is it Pretoria West?
Yeah,
just there, a guy wanted to stab me. Going to my first ever radio show as a presenter. A guy wants to stab me there. Against all odds, my brother. But I'll tell you this. You can't kill what God wants alive. I don't care what your struggles are. I used to mop at ShopRite during the night, working for a company called Mr. Clean, and go to Sandton Technical College during the day to go and study PR. That was not even my calling. 2015, I got into the South African State Theatre. That was my calling. And through the platform at the South African State Theatre, I've managed to meet a lot of people and I've managed to unleash a lot of dreams. And hence why I know some of the people that I know today. Because of that platform. I was called for it. Against all odds, a teacher said to me in 2013 to say, William, there's a place called State Theatre in Pretoria. When you get there, go to that place. He didn't even give me the address. God had an appointment for me with that place. Hence why I say to people all the time, we've got an appointment with the future. I'll see you at the top. I don't care how long I take. I was saying this to people yesterday. They say, yo, William, we've been pushing for 7 years. What's going on, William? What I'm building, according to research, takes 20, 25 years to build. I'm trying to build what this guy has built, what Tyler Perry has built in the United States of America. And if you think that is going to take 10 years, then get out of my space. Because you're going to take your fears, you're going to take your pain, you're going to take your negative thoughts and put them into my vision. I don't want you next to my space. Against all odds. Sizophumelela mfowethu. Nabo besisho baparticipam bathi sebayeka asindawo sizophumelela. We have to. Against all odds, my brother, something has to happen. Something has to make sense. One day it will make sense. But what I can tell you for sure, without being afraid or being secretive or being afraid of people blocking our ways, we've got an appointment with the future. It's designed by God, the creator of life contracts, and we're about to get there. As I tell you now, I had conversations with Tsepo Tabani 4 or 5 years ago, where he was inspired by William Baloyi. And tonight, as I speak to you, 7 o'clock, they started having their own chat. Against all odds, you're going to make it, my brother. It has to happen.
Spot on, because you just reminded me of something, you know?
Yeah, man.
I started writing, it's a local primary.
Yeah.
And it's weird because during that time, I was writing short stories because I was one of those quiet, lonely people, you know?
Sure.
Because of what happened in the past, you know, the relationship had never worked out and separation and stuff like that.
Sure.
So I was always alone, writing short stories about anything. Like, for example, I remember one of the most stories that stood up for me, I still remember it even that day, was when I was first educated to get HIV and AIDS, where I wrote a story based on that. And
sure, my boy.
I won a Kobar King, an essay competition with that story. Then, Virginia time I did grade 7.
Yeah.
But past that, I think I haven't told you, my first book was stolen.
Yeah.
So the book that I'm writing now is actually the second book that I'm writing.
Sure.
My first book was stolen. I never got a chance to publish, and I was angry.
Sure.
So it comes back to my book, The Untold Truth About Pain.
Sure.
And I want to highlight this one suffering. That in the book I call it. It's another chapter, the lessons from poverty. You remember in January when we met, I told you I don't have accommodation.
My brother, I was with you, eh?
You're with me, and surprisingly, I'm going to expose you. So I go to a brother of mine.
Yeah.
I tell him, go Ralph, I don't have accommodation.
Sure.
And guess what William is saying? So William is saying to me, Chana, you know, right now you are in the right track. If that's what you're going through,
sure.
And I'm expecting a shoulder to cry on because Mchana, I don't even know you know. But I learned something through that.
Yeah.
That if it wasn't because of the stage or the phase that I went through, going to sleep, not knowing even
sure.
To even becoming the person of killing today, I am proud of that struggle because it's only in that struggle that I learned to appreciate the little things taken and little. It's only through that struggle that I learned where even though just license to once abroad means something. Hence today, on Good Authority, I can tell you, it pains me inside. Nothing to eat.
Sure, my friend.
It pains me inside to see somebody even today at
sure.
I can feature and feel whatever they
you
want.
Understand the pain, my leader.
And understand their pain.
Sure.
But there's one thing interestingly about pain that a lot of people don't know. It is only, and I mean, it is only in pain that you will grow. It is only in suffering that you will grow. And those who refuse to go through pain will never grow. And those who run away from pain will never grow. Unfortunately, regardless of what stuff you are drinking, what stuff you are smoking, if you are running away from pain, you will never grow. And those who accept pain and appreciate pain, but they will be where I am right now. Because I am because of the struggles that I've went through. I am because of the pain need. I remember in high school, people used to say to me, Mogalo wa bora, you are too focused for your own age. Leave a little. I remember having to go through those kind of stages, judgment, or Mogalo, you are too focused, that's so you flame. But that was because of a certain pain that I went through. It was the pain of separation of parents. That pain taught me that I made my own, and during that moment in time, I started to think for the future. Hence, even in primary school, when people were dating, wasting time, I was doing all of that. I was already imagining that I must get good grades for me to be at a boarding school. That through that certain time, that's where I wrote my dreams down for the first time. So people will say to me, Mahal, you are too old for your own age, because I was boring, because they were playing and I was busy planning for my future.
They were playing, and you were busy planning. Fuck, man. Sorry for my French.
That I was going through. And I am glad to say I am because of pain. And I have grown to be the man that I am, not a boy. And I want to highlight this very clearly. I'm proud that I'm a man that I am today because of the pain that I went through. Hence, I'm saying those who accept pain, they will grow. And consistency. And again, if you are a person, allow yourself to be vulnerable. Because
you must.
Only in vulnerability that we find strength. This ideology of saying I'm a man, I don't cry, it's all said. This ideology of saying this, that, so sad I did. Because I used to cry day in, day out, William Baloyi, thinking where my father is, thinking what my life would have turned out if he was still in the picture. But I've decided he's gone and I need to build my own legacy. This is my time. This is my time to make my own history. This is my time to build my own legacy that will follow me for the rest of my life.
Don't stop, and my brother.
I
Kill
started
them.
Magale Foundation because I wanted to educate boys, regardless of the past, regardless of the history of regardless of whatever that you went through.
Yeah.
To refuse to be judged by societal norms, refuse to be limited by what is called hence, even Lijubujupu will say to you, hey,
my brother,
now can counter that. When you are saying men are doing this, I'm expected to do this, I'm expected to do that, hey, Mchana, don't go with those kind of ideologies. Don't count me because I'm not a boy anymore. I am a man and I'm a man because of my pain. So if you wanna grow with you, allow yourself to go through the suffering and the pain, and that's when you will grow. Except, or if I want to tell you, I cannot hide that from you. If you wanna grow, there's only one way and a very easy way out. That you must go through pain. Tell me each and every when I was making research, wanting to know about these successful people, I started to realize if there's one thing we all have in common, it's pain. And if the second thing that we have in common,
it's failure.
Some call it failure, but I call it feedback.
You, my brother. I call
all of us at one stage of the time, refugee. But here we are today, still bouncing back, because it does not matter how many times you fall. But how you bounce back for me. That's in Pelong or Kefa head up. I remember, can I go for this example?
I don't know remember Mona Mokhalabe, Moya Mokhato Tawile Mona. Bolela sketch up.
So there was once a time, Baloyi, where I only remember they asked me to come and give back to TUT. My skills, my knowledge, and everything like that. During that time, they chased me out Kores, and for no reason. They just told me this rest is not ready to accommodate the student. But I agreed with them to say I'm coming. They agreed that Magale come. When I get there, it was 11 in the evening. they take me out saying, no, this rest is not ready for you.
This is in January.
I went and begged to sleep in a taxi for 7 nights.
Thank you, sir.
Every day I was waking up, go the course they were reading.
Sure.
It takes curriculum.
Sure.
And I'm highlighting this story because it was a sad moment for me.
Sure, my brother. Yeah.
But I wanna advise each and every listener right now.
Yeah.
Whenever you cry in a language that people don't understand.
Thank you, sir.
So that by the time they understand the language you are crying, you will
yes,
be
my
done.
brother. Thank you, my brother.
Because if you cry in a language you understand,
yes,
they
sir.
will always find ways to make you cry.
Thank you, my brother.
But there's this thing, I call it a winning attitude, that you'll get more of that in my book. That whenever people are criticizing you and saying you are going, you are a failure, you are this, you are that.
Come on, Mukhali, come on, sir.
Have that winning attitude to smile back and say, thank you very much. That means a lot to me. That you think I'm a failure and I cannot achieve anything more pilong, that means a lot for me.
That I will never make it.
Because there are people who are about to go and follow their passions.
Thank you, sir.
And guess what the society will say? But the attitude says, the winning attitude says, regardless of how much I'm suffering, I'm never going back. Regardless of what people are saying, I am never going back. Because just to conclude my speech,
yes, sir.
Regardless of what is happening and what people are saying about you,
yes, sir,
thou shall never allow it to impact and influence, but most importantly, to disturb your vision. With that being said, I am handing over to you, Baloyi. Even in the voice, I can move.
Let me tell you this, my brother. Yeah, let me tell you this, my brother. You know, I used to be confused. I did not understand what was my purpose. My purpose is to bring out good stories out of people. You understand? That's why part of the vision at Mental Liberation is to create liberated platforms. If you check our vision and mission, it's to create more liberated platforms so that our people can start telling our stories the best way they know how. You understand? When I started this platform, Mental Liberation, the podcast, when I started the podcast, let me tell you this, my friend, I did not even have a phone. This was not 10 years ago. No. This was like 2 months, 3 months ago. I did not even have a phone. Like when the time came, when the phone when the time came for me to come back to Pretoria, I did not even have 1 rand. I told you to send me 100 rand. Your mother sent me 150. And she did that because God knew that 100 rand was not going to be enough, but 150 might cover us. This was the beginning of this platform. So when people start making excuses, we say against all odds. I did not have a phone when we started the Mental Liberation podcast. 2, when I had to come back to Pretoria, when God was saying it was time, I did not have money. But I had the vision, I had the mission, and I had a plan to overtake. Right? Fantastic stuff. And that's what you look at. That's the most important part, Mughali. The most important thing is to make it to the appointment. And that's what you do. And today when I look at you today and I speak to you today and I'm like, wow, man. You know, the French almost came out of my mouth, but I'm like, fuck, man, this boy is so amazing. This man is so amazing. And I'm like, if we never made time, if we never created such platforms, I was going to spend the rest of my life thinking of you as my brother more than the power and the message that is inside of you. But today, because of this platform, I understand the power and the message that is inside of you. That inside each and every one of us lies greatness. We just have to create platforms. We have to create platforms that allows us to create and allow the magic and the fire that is inside of us to be unleashed. I'm looking at some of the comments that are coming through. Black Zai is saying that failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. Your friend and business partner Kagiso _ Mpahlele just throwing fire emojis and saying the truth in this, man, 100%. Because what we are sharing today, Michael Tsepotavan is saying, my boys there, in vulnerability is where we get strength. That is Kagiso _ Mpahlele. My brother, let me tell you this. It's moments like this. It's parts like this. It's conversations like this that will take South Africa and Africa forward. We just have to believe in each other. And in you, Mogale Molala, lies a seed. I can promise you this. Your name is Mogale. Mogale means victor. Mogale means Barangapanda, Ngachvenda. This is a winner of battles. This is a winner of wars. He overcomes. Whatever comes his way, he's bound to win. He's bound to become victorious against all odds. No matter how long it takes, my brother, you shall overcome. And when you wrote the book, I put a tick next to it and I say, it's one of those. This is the beginning of the never ending, my brother. Something has to happen. Something has to give. Now is the time, my brother. And if it gets difficult along the way, just know that it was meant to get difficult along the way. For masters and giants were not built overnight. Kids are not, you know, when you appoint a king, you don't appoint the king because of how they were, because of the car they drive. Kids or kings are anointed and they are by God's appointment. And that's it. I don't care if you don't come from the royal house. I don't care if you don't come from the royal family. Kings are by God's appointment and anointment. I tell you, my brother.
No, I'm going to photo faith. I am happy.
Yes, sir.
I'm satisfied. Though I wanted, right now that we spoke, Baloyi.
Yes, sir.
I am more than ready. Ne?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, Corona is refusing, hence I'm using this platform.
Yes,
because
sir.
There is a message that I want to share to people.
Yes, sir.
But I'll continue using this platform for that.
Yes, sir.
But in conclusion from my side, my last words are this.
Yes, sir.
In life, you're going to face storms.
Yes, sir.
You're going to face tribulations.
Yes, sir.
You're going to feel pain.
Yes, sir.
The first question, if you think when they don't suit you,
yes, sir,
when perhaps you deserve happiness all the way, who are they meant for? Because I got to understand that my failures, my pain,
yes, sir,
made, and it was meant to be felt by me specifically.
Thank you, sir.
Not anyone else.
You can't share pain of a king.
These are some of the stories that I don't even wish to tell people.
Yes, sir.
But I am happy because of the pains and tribulations and storms and judgment that came through. Because they built me.
Yes,
and
sir.
Each and every person who learns a journey high. Might be career, might be self-investment. There will be tribulations and troubles that are meant for you. But they're not meant to break you. They're meant to build you.
I tell you.
Instead of you always bounce back and bounce back harder.
I tell you, my brother. I tell you, my brother. Let me tell you, I love what you say. You can't take a pain of a king and give it to a commoner. When you're blessed as a king with the capacity and the capability to lead, you cannot want one of your servants to take your pain and your challenges on your behalf. That is not possible. When there were days when Moses couldn't sleep. There were days when Moses was told not to go near to the mountain, but Moses went near to the mountain. And he had the voice that had fire inside, and that was the voice of the Lord. And it said to him, I am who I am. And when Moses had said to himself that, you know what, I killed the person in Egypt and that's not where I'm going to go back. God says to him, my brother, I've got news for you. We've got an appointment with Egypt. There are people to be freed in Egypt. Where you killed the person, that's where you're going back. I'll tell you this, my brother. He says when he's about to face the Malachians, he says to them, maybe God wants to see what is it that we can do if he does not assist us. Maybe God wants to see what is it that we can do during this coronavirus if he keeps quiet.
Yeah.
Tumelo ya rena vele ka badumedi vele ka bakreste has been put to the test. Maybe God is trying to see ge lo re ya lekana ka gare ga seatla sa gage sa mogao le mosa gore re ka kgona go feta ka gare ga bolwetse jo wa coronavirus. I see business flourishing during coronavirus. I see the government fixing the mistakes they've made for over the 5 past years, 10 years during coronavirus. Something is happening behind the scenes. And you and I need to pray and find out what is really going on right now. That's a story for another day. Ke rata ke moleboga modimo ga bile fa nna le wena sebaka sa gore re kgone go re fodishe. A re fa sebaka moyo mokgetho wa kgona gore tsena wa fihla wa tsena ka gare ga rena gore re kgone gore re phethe ka moka banya ka gore di phethe. At first, technology wanted to be problematic. At first, technology wanted to be a challenge. But the name of the podcast was Against All Odds. My brother, you can't kill what God wants alive. I don't care who you are. Paul, Apostle Paul, Saul was a killer of Christians in the Bible. On his road to Damascus, God had a message for him. And as he was about to die, he says to them, we need each other. We need each other. We need each other. And I'm saying to my African brothers and sisters that are watching this platform right now, we need each other. We need each other. For Africa to go forward, no African solution is going to come out from a person who's not from Africa. For Africa to prosper, Africans need to come together and start creating a solution that is going to feed Africa free of its problems. I tell you, my brother.
Dr. Baloyi.
Snap.
Tinotenda. Asante sana.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Nukolebuwa na cancer. Ngiyabonga.
Yeah.
Oleboga nna.
Yeah.
Kere arjole pelo ona ga mogolo.
Yeah.
Re leboga bophelo, re leboga sebaka. Mara se go re leboga nako e Modimo re fileng yona. And thank you very much for agreeing to be with me today.
Yes, sir.
And I'm glad that Against All Odds thrived today, most in particular, when network was failing. Against all odds, reveal this conversation.
Yes, sir.
Whether you are visible or not, against all odds, we have managed to talk, lebato, and deliver the message that we're supposed to deliver today.
Yes, sir.
And let us continue pushing, fighting against all odds.
May peace be unto people. Moya o mokgethwa wa go galalela o tsene ka gare ga batho. Ke rata ke leboga go bile wa kgonega gore nna le wena re kopane ka gare ga sebaka se. My brother, go na le ntho engwe ya diega, and I'm glad God is using us. To everyone that joined us today in the circus of ours, we are internally and entirely, externally of great gratitude. No university can take credit for this English that I utter, my brother. It is only God's doings. It is a gift. It is a message. Everything that we do here on earth, it's a message. Whether it be the story of Batu, it is a message. Whether it be the story of Drip, it is a message. Whether it be the story of More Fire, it is a message. We are here for a message. The book that you are about to release is going to impact and touch on lives. It is about a message, my brother. And may God bless you externally, internally, entirely. Kawosafili. Amurimu wagorena mafasika muka. Ago tusha go femad. Ago khonchemre.
Kelebo mukoni. I'm just gonna leave it save on my wall.
Leave it, save it on your wall. What's our modimo a le gona lo tsheding ga direga bona re tshwenyegile ka network ga re thoma. From there it was no longer a problem. Le data modimo bila e tshela ya gona gore re fihlishe mo bere ya gona.
ka morena
o ile e tšhela morena ra kgona go fihla mo bere ya gona o rialo monna re a leboga
ne a re lebogile